Dummies Guide to Overcoming Panic Attack. Here in the complex ecosystem of the human mind, we observe one of nature's most remarkable defense mechanisms, the panic attack. An ancient survival response that, in our modern world, can sometimes activate at inopportune moments. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey to understand how these powerful experiences can be navigated with grace and composure. 1. The deep breathing techniques. Perhaps the most remarkable adaptation of all is the human breath. When danger threatens, we observe a fascinating phenomenon. By deliberately slowing one's breathing, inhaling deeply through the nose for 4 seconds, holding briefly, and exhaling through the mouth for 6, the body's natural equilibrium begins to restore itself. Like the rhythmic ebbing and flowing of ocean tides, this controlled breathing pattern signals to the nervous system that the perceived threat has passed. Quite extraordinary. 2. The grounding method. When panic strikes, the mind can become untethered from its surroundings. Here, we witness a remarkable coping strategy employed by our species, the 5 senses grounding technique. Begin by noting 5 things you can see around you, perhaps the delicate pattern of wood grain on a table, or the gentle movement of curtains in the breeze. Then 4 things you can touch, feeling the texture of fabric beneath your fingertips. 3 things you can hear, the distant call of a neighbor's conversation or the hum of modern appliances. 2 things you can smell, and 1 you can taste. Through this methodical cataloging of sensory experience, we observe the mind gently returning to the present moment, truly one of the most elegant adaptations in nature. 3. Progressive muscle relaxation. The human body, when faced with threat, tenses in preparation for what our ancestors would have recognized as fight or flight. This remarkable physical response served our species well for millennia. But in our modern habitat, we've developed sophisticated methods to counteract this tension. Beginning at the toes and working methodically upward through each muscle group, tightening for 5 seconds, then releasing, we observe the body's remarkable ability to release accumulated tension. Like watching ice melt into flowing water, the transformation is subtle yet profound. 4. Cold water immersion. In the frigid waters of the Arctic, the remarkable Weddell seal can dive for up to 80 minutes on a single breath. While humans haven't evolved such extraordinary capabilities, we do share a fascinating physiological response, the mammalian dive reflex. By simply splashing cold water on one's face, or placing ice against the cheeks and eyes, the body immediately begins to slow the heart rate and redirect blood flow. It's a remarkable evolutionary inheritance, and one that can interrupt the escalating cycle of panic with surprising efficiency. 5. The cognitive challenges. Here we observe one of humanity's most sophisticated adaptations, metacognition, the ability to think about our own thoughts. When panic threatens, this extraordinary capability allows us to question the catastrophic narratives that often accompany these episodes. By gently challenging these thoughts, is this actually dangerous? Have I survived this before? We witness the remarkable plasticity of human cognition. The mind, when properly directed, can become its own sanctuary. 6. Mindful observation. In the dense forests of mindfulness practice, we find a technique of extraordinary simplicity yet profound impact. By observing thoughts and sensations with the detached curiosity of a naturalist, noting them without judgment as they arise and pass, the individual creates a small but crucial distance from the overwhelming experience. Ah, there's the sensation of my heart racing. There's the thought that I might be in danger. This gentle narration allows one to watch the panic attack as though observing waves on a shore, powerful, yet ultimately temporary. 7. Physical movement. The remarkable human body, evolved for movement across vast savannas, responds extraordinarily well to physical activity during times of distress. Like the springbok of the African plains, which leaps and bounds to release tension after a predator encounter, humans can discharge the energy of panic through deliberate movement. A brisk walk, gentle stretching, or even rhythmic tapping on one's knees can help disperse the hormonal flood of adrenaline coursing through the body's intricate systems. 8. The havening technique. Among the more recently documented self-soothing behaviors is a fascinating approach called havening. By crossing one's arms and gently stroking from shoulders to elbows while visualizing a place of safety, the brain produces delta waves, the same patterns observed during deep, restorative sleep. This remarkable self-administered touch triggers a cascade of calming neurochemicals, demonstrating yet again the profound interconnection between physical sensation and emotional state. 9. Vocalization. Throughout the animal kingdom, we observe vocalizations used to signal various states, from the warning calls of meerkats to the soothing purrs of felines. Humans, with our unique vocal capabilities, can employ similar strategies during panic episodes. Humming a familiar tune, speaking affirmations aloud, or even making a deliberate sighing sound on exhale can interrupt the panic cycle. The vibrations produced resonate through the vagus nerve, nature's remarkable information highway between brain and body, sending signals of safety throughout one's system. 10. Seeking the company of others. Perhaps the most fundamental adaptation of our species has been our social nature. For millions of years, humans have found safety in numbers, and this evolutionary heritage remains encoded in our response to threat. Reaching out to a trusted companion, whether in person, by phone, or even through digital means, activates ancient pathways of connection and security. The simple act of sharing one's experience can provide profound relief, reminding us that despite our modern complexities, we remain a social species at heart. And so we complete our journey through these remarkable adaptations. The panic attack, while temporarily overwhelming, is ultimately a transient phenomenon.